Keep track of all the books, journal articles, websites, reports, all of the sources you draw on when you're researching your assignments so that you can cite and reference them. Failure to cite and reference your sources is plagiarism, so it's important to get this right. If you've been asked to cite and reference your sources in APA style, here's how to do it. Step 1 is to find your style guide. A style guide will tell you exactly what your in-text citations and the references in your reference list need to look like in APA style. APA style has two parts. The first is an in-text citation that briefly interrupts the text of your assignment to show where you're drawing on something you've read, and a corresponding full reference on the reference list at the end of your assignment. The information given in this reference will help anybody who is looking for the original source to find it easily. The style guide that we recommend for APA style here in DCU is called Cite Them Right. To find Cite Them Right, go to the library website, click on Learning Support and Citing and Referencing, select Cite Them Right and click on Cite Them Right Online. If you're not already logged in, you may be prompted for your DCU username and password at this point. Click on Choose Your Referencing Style and choose APA Style. You'll then select the type of source you want to cite and reference from the quick links at the top or from the fuller list below. Cite Them Right covers most, if not all, information types. It's fairly intuitive, so go in and have a look for the one you need. For example, it shows me how to cite and reference printed books, e-books, chapters or sections of edited books, journal articles, web pages, Instagram, Twitter. You get the idea. Now let's go over to Library Search. I'm going to show you how to correctly cite and reference a chapter from this edited print book in APA style using Cite Them Right. Cite Them Right tells us what information we'll need to record about our source to correctly cite and reference it in APA style. So for a chapter in an edited book, I'll need to jot down that the author of the chapter is Michael Shevlin. The title of the chapter is Historical Overview of Developments in Special Education in Ireland. It was published in the book Essays in the History of Irish Education, which was edited by Brendan Walsh and published in 2016 by Palgrave Macmillan. I'll also need to note that we can find this chapter on pages 181 to 202 of the book. You'll find the chapter's page numbers by checking the first and last page of the chapter in the book itself, or by checking the content details towards the beginning of the book. Now let's bring all of this information to Cite Them Right. Within the APA Style Guide, go to Books, Collections and Parts of Books, and Chapters or Sections of Edited Books. Scroll down to the examples. Use the examples on the left for guidance, copy their content and layout exactly. Generally, the citation information will include the author's surname and the date of publication, so your in-text citation will look like this. Or, if the author's name appears naturally as part of your sentence, as it does in this example, your in-text citation will look like this. If we need to include a page reference, it will look like this. Refer to the extended APA guidelines whenever you need further clarification about how to cite and reference your sources. For example, you can see here that you would add a page number to a citation when quoting directly from a source. However, if you are summarising from a specific section of a long piece of text, the inclusion of a page number is recommended but not required. See the helpful guides in Cite Them Right on how to correctly summarise, paraphrase, or quote directly from a source in your assignment. To format our corresponding full reference that goes at the end of our work, we'll use the example in the box on the left for guidance and the box on the right to help with our formatting. Take their information out and put your own information in, leaving any punctuation, italics and capital letters firmly in place. This helps you get your formatting right in APA style. So let's add the surname of the author of the chapter, Shevlin, M, full stop. The publication date 2016. We'll put the title of the chapter here, the name of the editor B. Walsh goes here, and the title of the book here, Essays in the History of Irish Education, and the page numbers of the chapter. And finally, add the publisher. From here, you can copy and paste the finished reference into the reference list at the end of your assignment, laid out A to Z by author. See the sample text and reference list in Cite Them Right to get a better sense of how your in-text citations and your reference list should be laid out. We can see a convention of APA style here in the reference list. that all lines after the first line of each reference in your reference list should be indented. This is called hanging indentation. To apply hanging indentation to your reference list, using Microsoft Word, highlight your reference, go to Paragraph, and click on the small box to its right. Go to Indentation, Special, choose Hanging, and click OK. So that's it. How to correctly cite and reference a chapter in an edited book in APA style using Cite Them Right as your style guide. If you have any questions about how to cite and reference your sources in APA style, please get in touch with us.